The Whispering Woods. In a small town, there's a dense forest rumored to be haunted by the whispers of restless spirits. A group of teenagers decides to explore the woods one night, but they soon realize they're not alone. As they delve deeper, they uncover the dark secrets hidden within the trees, and the whispers become louder and more sinister. As the group of teenagers ventured deeper into the forest, the canopy of trees grew thicker, casting ominous shadows that seemed to dance in the moonlight. The air was heavy with an eerie silence, broken only by the faint rustling of leaves and the occasional snap of a twig underfoot. Despite their growing unease, curiosity drove them forward. They were determined to uncover the truth behind the whispers that had plagued their town for generations. As they pressed on, the darkness seemed to swallow them whole, and the forest closed in around them like a suffocating embrace. Strange shapes loomed in the shadows, twisting and contorting as if alive. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night, echoing through the trees and sending shivers down their spines. They froze in terror, their hearts pounding in their chests. With trembling hands, they reached for their flashlights, their beams cutting through the darkness like knives. What they saw made their blood run cold. Figures lurked in the shadows, their eyes glowing with malevolent intent. They whispered in voices that seemed to come from all around, their words twisted and distorted beyond recognition. Panic-stricken, the teenagers turned to flee, but the forest seemed to conspire against them, twisting and shifting to block their escape. The whispers grew louder, filling their minds with madness. Desperate and terrified, they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an otherworldly glow. In the center stood a gnarled tree, its branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. As they approached, they realized the tree was not just a tree, it was a gateway to another realm, a realm of darkness and despair. With a sinking feeling of dread, they realized they had stumbled upon the heart of the Whispering Woods, and they were now trapped in its clutches forever. As they stood before the ominous gateway, a sense of dread washed over them like a wave. They exchanged nervous glances, their minds racing with fear and uncertainty. One brave soul stepped forward, his voice trembling as he spoke. "We have to find a way out of here. We can't let the forest consume us." But as they turned to retreat, they realized with horror that the path they had taken had vanished, swallowed up by the shifting shadows of the Whispering Woods. They were trapped, surrounded by darkness on all sides. With each passing moment, the whispers grew louder, echoing inside their heads like a sinister chorus. Their thoughts became muddled, their senses overwhelmed by the oppressive atmosphere. In a desperate bid for survival, they clung to each other, their hearts pounding in their chests as they searched for any sign of hope. But the forest seemed to mock their efforts, its twisted branches reaching out to ensnare them in its grasp. As the night wore on, their resolve began to falter, their spirits crushed beneath the weight of the forest's malevolent presence. They knew they were running out of time, that soon they would become nothing more than lost souls trapped within its cursed confines. But just when all hope seemed lost, a faint glimmer of light appeared on the horizon, piercing through the darkness like a beacon of salvation. With renewed determination, they followed its guiding glow, their steps quickening as they raced toward the promise of freedom. As they emerged from the depths of the forest, they breathed a sigh of relief, their eyes blinking in the bright light of the dawn. They had survived the horrors of the Whispering Woods, but they knew they would never forget the darkness that lurked within its depths. And as they looked back at the shadowy expanse behind them, they whispered a silent vow to never return to its cursed embrace again.